All right, welcome back to the Extra Point Podcast, man. It's been a long while, but we're excited to be back. A lot of things have happened inside our Falcons organization, man. Y'all know me by the name of Tonio, aka Charles 404. Once again, like I said, who want the smoke? And the Madden Man, and to my left would look like my right, but to my left, I got
what's going on, man. Everybody, you already know it's your boy Rashad. Everybody, the folks who do know me is on Twitter at LilG29_. Again, that's on Twitter at LilG29_. And man, we ain't been on here for a week and some change, but a lot not happened in a week and some change. Almost about 2 weeks to say the least. So it's a lot of topics we got to go over. A lot of topics.
Right, man. And speaking about him, being on Twitter and everything, Twitter has been, spiraling and on fire with this, everything that's been going down with our Atlanta Falcons, man. So,
a whole bunch.
It's a whole bunch of things, that we got to hash out and talk about. But how you been doing, man?
Oh, I've been good, man. I really can't complain. Just recently came back from home because we stay in Jacksonville now. So, stay in Jacksonville now. So just recently came back home from Atlanta, had me a little vacation, my daughter, and all that, my wife and my son and all that. Just had a little time away from work, but jumped back into it throughout the week. So I've been doing good, man. How about yourself?
Shoot, hey man, I was back home for the first time, in a couple months. It felt good and I was ready to go. It felt good for one day. Got back in the Atlanta traffic. I was like, all right, time to bounce. But yeah, man.
Oh, definitely.
It was definitely good to be back home, man. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the topic at hand, man. The thing that had us in a whirlwind for days.
Had us in a tizzy.
Had us waiting. Like me and you was at work waiting for that news to break.
Man.
Just thinking that, oh boy, was coming back home. We here talking about the Deshaun Watson debacle, bro. I'm going to let you tee off on it first.
What you want me to go first? Because I got a lot I got to say.
All right. So I go first. See, first of all, it seemed like we might maybe, have dodged the bullet, right now. It looked like we might have.
Mm-hmm.
But, bro, if it was going to be about the money, why you call us knowing that we one of the brokest teams in the NFL thus far?
I have no idea.
If money can swindle you like that, to swindle you away from saying F it, I don't want to go home no more. Because, that's what he called us first. Be like, hey, I don't want to go home.
Yeah.
But they know, him and his camp know, everybody, every team, like financial situation. So to get us in there, to lead us on, we get right there in the final hour. Cleveland came with a boatload of money and picks.
Yep.
Swept it right from under us. And the way that I feel about it and I think about this now is that, yeah, we couldn't really afford to mortgage our whole team into one person, but I applaud them for trying.
Yep.
The other regimes, they didn't try.
They didn't.
They didn't really try, so I can't get really mad about if they, that they missed. You missed 100% of the shots you don't take, 100% of swings that you don't take, man. So at least they took the chance. They almost got him.
Yeah.
But the money brought him in, man. So that's all I really got to say about the Deshaun Watson situation. I hope he has a prosperous career in Cleveland. Hope he do his thing. But I think it's kind of like, excuse my language, fucked up that he called us to do that, man. So I'm going to let you tee off on it, man. What you think about that situation?
I mean, when I first heard about it, I was like when it just first got reported that, that it was a, kind of like, we was looking into it, had like a little liking in it. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, that's kind of like out of left field. And then, all the little stories start following up behind it, the relationship he had with Arthur Blank, him being the ball boy for the Atlanta Falcons, him being from Atlanta. all that. And I was like, I'm gonna take it, even though it came from Ian Rap Report, I was like, I'll take it with a grain of salt. But when more and more time going by, and hours going by, and days going by, it came clear. Oh, we was really in on it. Like then the news broke. He reached out to us. I'm like, okay. And then I'm starting thinking in the back of my mind. I was like, if he reached out to us, then his thing is like he reached out to us and was talking about how he wanted to come home. And I started thinking in the back of my mind, okay, your family in Atlanta, Arthur Blank, all them there in Atlanta. And then, that's somebody who you can trust, especially coming off what it is that you're coming off with all these accusations and all these civil suits and all that. So I was like, okay, it goes hand in hand. But I was like, I still take it with a little grain of salt. And then another report came, boom, that, just to even talk to him, you had to have a package on the table that was
presentable offer.
Yeah, for Houston to okay it. And I'm like, okay, are we gonna do that, or we just gonna backdoor Houston and then just talk to them on our own time? But reports came out. We had a trade offer on the table that they felt presentable. We moved forward with it. I'm thinking that whole day, okay, when did they get to Houston? When did this do this? When did this do that? Later on, I found out it was in Atlanta. I'm like, whoa, what? I'm like, so he not came down here to meet us. I'm like, that's more merit to this claim on, okay, yeah, this might be happening. So at that same time, I was thinking to myself, okay, we finna do this, before I could even really get a good thought on it, it had already hit, boom. That they had talked to, they had already let Matt Ryan know. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this ain't nothing like they know when it hit them, they ain't backdoor.
Right.
They just, you know what I'm saying? They just outright just let them know they ain't backdoor them. I'm like, okay, let's see how this thing progresses. And then, more and more reports start coming out, everything. I was feeling skeptical about it, but everything leaning our way. Man, it got all the way to the point where it was like, man, we got this thing sold up. So then on that fateful, what day did it get announced? Was it Friday or that Saturday?
I believe because I don't think we were at work at the time. I think.
Oh no, I was already in Atlanta. I'm trying to think.
You
was that news hit?
Yeah. I think it hit. I think it had to hit Friday.
I think it was Friday.
It was Friday
when the news had broke. But see, me and my family, we were taking a nap. We were getting us a little rest. And I woke up. I got on Twitter, and it was like, he chose the Browns. I was like, wait, what? I'm like, hold on. What's going on? What's the validity behind of it? Talk about, they came to the table, $230 million fully guaranteed. I said, woo! I said, yeah, I'm glad we didn't do that, because giving up the picks was one thing, but $230 million fully guaranteed, that means if they cut him or anything, or that, they still got to get that to him. So when I heard that, I said, no, I'm like, no, you gotta back out of that. And then, that same day he made his choice, it overshadowed a lot of other things that was going on. But once that had hit, I was like, well, you missed out on it. So then, everybody was thinking, oh, what we finna do? What's going on? Oh yeah, you're getting called out today. A lot of people was talking about, oh, we did, man, right, wrong, we did, man. Y'all thought the organization was lying about it the whole time, and they wasn't, because he even came out and doubled down on it and told y'all that's what it, that they did tell him about it. I don't feel like it's doing somebody wrong if you go behind their back and do that, but that was never the case. That was never the case whatsoever. So a lot of people felt like, was we gonna run back to him and all that? I was like, you gotta keep an open thought, because this is what I thought. I was like, they always got to know, even we finna go all in for this. There's always that opportunity that it don't work out. So you got to have a backup plan. There was already a backup plan. It wasn't we going in this, we're going into this blindfolded, I ain't knowing what we're gonna do. No, that wasn't never the case. You went in. It didn't work, because I'm not giving that. I'm not gonna give you that. I know 230. Man, please. The picks was already one thing, but that money, that too much money, already guaranteed to you that we don't even know it. But even if you do be cleared of everything, you really can't. Y'all got to realize, we next year with the cap we finna have, if we would have gave that man that, you could have turned around and been in the same situation 5 years in a row down the line.
Exactly.
I ain't got no money to do nothing, so I'm like, nah, man. The thought of it was nice. Hometown kid want to come home and play. You know what I'm saying? One of the best quarterbacks in the game. But after Cleveland even signed him, you just got more and all these other reports coming out. In a sense, you really did dodge a bullet. You dodged a bullet. And I'm not gonna be mad at the organization for trying, because we ain't never been known to do stuff like that. So just the will of even want to try, I can respect that. But I'm gonna also tell you this: don't get fooled. This wasn't no Terry and Arthur push. It was an Arthur Blank push. Mm-hmm. This was all behind him. Arthur Blank was the one who pushed this. So everybody trying to throw everything at Terry's feet. Y'all know that ain't the case, because this man already showed you we have no money. So getting tied up in those type of scenarios ain't something that he just outright was going to do. This was a push by the owner, but I don't have no problem with it, because you never do. I mean, that's the most, that's the most, anticipating as far as the offseason, we not had in a while, because you didn't know which way it was going to go.
When you remember that?
But it also revealed a lot about a lot of people in this fan base, too. It revealed a lot.
We're gonna definitely get to that, man, because it did a full 360. We're going to get into these comments real quick before we elaborate on this a little more. Shouts out to my wife. She said it is the most chaotic NFL trade BS ever, man. And shouts out to Colors by Keish, y'all. Lady Falcons fans out there, she got the best lip gloss and lipstick on the planet, man. Go get you some, colorsbykeish.com. And then she also says, all for the Browns. All for the Browns, but they offered that bag.
They offered that bag, but my thing is like this, you offer that bag, but that press conference they just had, it was like that press conference was all over the place. You ain't know if they was behind them. You ain't even know if they really wanted them. They talking about they got their daughters and all that involved on, signing him and all that. It's just it's a mess right now. And I'm like, that's one of the last things we need right now. I wanted them, but man, not with all that. Last thing we need is a circus after 4 losing seasons in a row.
We had too many circuses in our last like 20 years.
Hey, y'all wanna call it? Oh, the Atlanta lost 28-3 again. That was so lame. Like,
okay. Let me tell you something about 28-3 though. That shit left from Matt Ryan.
So I'm like
that Dan Quinn is gone. The last part of that was probably Deion Jones and Grady Jarrett. But let's be honest, they not the ones getting the blame for that 28-3. A lot of people are solely blaming Matt Ryan, Kyle Shanahan, Dan Quinn, and somewhat Devontae Freeman. All that left. I don't care what y'all say about 28-3.
This though, it was some bull that they was blaming, and they were putting it at what's the name feet. I'm like, yeah, that was a collective effort. Everybody deserved blame. Kyle Shanahan deserved blame for not wanting to run. Matt Ryan deserved blame for just not overcalling it and running.
Getting some balls.
Dan Quinn.
Your wife said
he got greedy.
He got 2 comments. He got greedy, and then they broke the news on Friday.
Okay. And then he did get greedy, because I don't know if y'all been following the situation or not, but he called himself, I think it was whenever that press conference was, I believe it was yesterday or something like that. He called himself, I didn't know nothing about the money. I found out about the money after I chose the Browns. So you called us to say you want to come home, even though the Saints, Carolina, and the Browns were the first ones on the dockets. We got in on the back end. So you called us either before you met with the Browns and you still went forward with it after the Browns, feeding us all this. Even your uncle had got on Twitter was talking about, oh man, I didn't know this was gonna happen, but I told him this is the only way I'm gonna be a Falcons fan. And then you talking to play AJ Green under Fournette, Landry and all them, you telling all them, you know what I'm saying, you finna go to Atlanta, and then you talking about, oh, you chose the Browns, but you didn't know nothing about the money. Bro, I don't know who you thought was born yesterday, but it wasn't me. I said it was always about that money, because if it wasn't never about the money, why was that money issue getting pushed forward by you in your camp? Y'all told when it came out that Carolina didn't want to pick up your third and your fourth years.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all called them and told them they was out of the picture. So, bro, it was all lining up. You ain't got a lot to try to make us feel better, because we know you lying, and you chose where you wanted to go. So that's cool, but bro, don't leave us out of that, because it was always about the money. So don't even try that.
At the end of the day, to me, he should have left the Falcons who it was, minding our damn business.
If that's the case, you could have left us out of it.
You should just left us out of it. Don't
we suffer enough. We suffer enough on our lonesome. So you could have left us. You could have left us out of this debacle. You should never called offer.
No.
You should never did none of that. Mm-hmm. You should have just happy trails wherever you go, man.
We do bad all by ourselves. We don't need no help.
we didn't give you that bad. Terry got to a certain point and said,
Right.
And you
Which
said
was smart on him. I don't think people realize how much of a what do you call that? Underestimated move for Terry to do. He's letting y'all know that he's not finna overspend for nobody.
He's letting y'all know that. And I see so many people trying to crucify this man after 1 year. Y'all gotta let that mess go. I mean, like we just dealt with 13, about what it was, about 12 to 13 years, of the things that Dimitrov did.
Yeah.
Y'all can't be trying to crucify this man after 1 year. Because think about it. After 1 year, you throw another after 1 year, and then you going into this is his second off season where he's really endowed and one that he can really just hit head first, really without having to worry about this, that, and the third, because a lot of this stuff they already know they got to hit head forward. This ain't no situation like how it was last year. And y'all got to realize this is his second off season, but once his third year is officially here, which is next year, you're looking at $100+ million in cap space, something that I've been a Falcon fan since '98. Mm-hmm. I've never seen that much. I've never seen that much as a fan. I've never seen that. You always see like the sorry teams and all they're doing it. But the past 7-8 years has also showed you when you got a quarterback on a rookie contract, that's why people are able to bring in so much. But also y'all got to realize, man, the way they're working them books, all the dead cap is coming off this year. Coming off this year alone, you're literally going into 2023 with, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like $136 million in cap space with zero dead money.
That's amazing. That's magical, man.
I mean, it's like
magical. He doing magic tricks.
They ain't gonna never say rebuild, because I already know football world and all that. They ain't gonna never say that. But we all know what it is. But me, I'm not tripping. I want to see how this season is, because I even said before everything was already made that 2022 still gonna be a rough season just because of the schedule that we had ahead. My mindset was always 2023 and beyond, you'll see the real identity of this team. It's just this year, I don't honestly think that their plan was to let go of Matt Ryan this year. I think they was going to be letting him stay till 2023. But the way how everything went and giving him the option to choose where he wanted to go, it sped up everything 1 year in advance. But I'm not finna complain about it. The reason I'm not going to complain about it is sooner or later, it was going to happen. Sooner or later, it's like have him stay here again in a rebuild, or let him go somewhere that he wants to succeed. They could have been a trash organization and said, no, we're going to trade you to whoever give us the best compensation. But this regime right here, I already told you, they're not about that, because even last year with Julio, I don't even think, even though it didn't even say where he is that he wanted to go. But once he kind of put an emphasis on it, he wants to win. They sent him somewhere where they winning. And then they got sped up by the whole undisputed mess. And then with Calvin Ridley, when they found out, they was already talking to people, but when the league reached out to them, they backed up and like, whoa, we ain't finna be in no bad business like that. Let's see. Let's decline all these trade offers we getting right now till we see what the results gonna be. And then when Matt Ryan, it was like, in his press conference the other day, they basically let you know they could have traded him to anybody to get higher compensation, but we're gonna let him choose where he wants to go. So people was ready to jump on him. Oh, just a 3rd round pick and all that. Indianapolis already knew what the situation was too, so they're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, well we'll just offer this." Why I'm finna offer them something high when the ball is our court? We already talked to Matt Ryan. He wants to come here. He finna let Atlanta know that. Oh, okay, we'll give you a 3rd round pick. We ain't gonna shortchange it, but we're gonna give you this. We ain't gonna give you our top pick.
Right.
And I'm like, you still got 9 picks.
A 3rd round pick ain't that bad.
A 3rd round pick is the starters in today's NFL. Mm-hmm. You're literally, I feel like between rounds 2 and 4 is the real gems. You find them diamonds in the roughs in the 5s and the 6s. No, 2 and 5. I give it that. You find them diamonds in the roughs in the 6th and the 7th round, but a 3rd round pick ain't all that bad. And then they gave him hip bonus. They're gonna have to pay him the last 2 years of it. Yeah, we got hit with the damn money, but so be it. You want to keep kicking the can down the road? I don't want to do that.
Done with that, man. Let's get it. GA say, just in case you forgot, Terrell. Fall. we the captain driving the ship. What's up, fam? What an off season, bro. First of all, y'all ain't drove the ship yet. Y'all just rented it for 1 year. But yeah, what's up, man? Let's get it, GA. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to him too. He do the 2K and Madden content as well. We're gonna get down to some more comments. You got
who was in there, please? I jump on you now.
I don't care about none of that. And your wife said Falcons fans should be mad at TD. He backloaded Matt contract so much that he left Terry no choice. Man, that's what we've been trying to explain to people on Twitter.
Exactly.
For like 4 or 5 days now.
Exactly. It's like last year we had to because we was 30 million in the red. So we had to do that. We had to do it. TD, I don't know why TD kept doing it, to be honest with you. I really don't. No, I know why TD kept doing it because he couldn't draft worth of nothing. And he always gave huge contracts to trash being free agency players. So we ain't really have never had no money. So he just kept on going to Matt. Oh, okay, you want to restructure. Like,
you get a restructure. You get one. Matt, get them all. Yeah, get them all.
You see what I'm saying? I'm like, man.
And then we're going to get to a couple more comments before we jump further into the Matt Ryan situation, man. Unfortunately, my wife says, it's going to be more problems surrounding Deshaun Watson case.
It surely is.
They're going to try to break. They're going to try to get anything to bring him down. This far from over.
It's like it's finna be a circus, man. It's finna be a mess. It's really finna be a mess.
And we really dodged it. And let's get a GA once again. But thing is, fellas, can we get impact players to come to the A with all the cap space we have in 2023? I mean, if you show a team this year that might not be good per se, like playoffs, you know what I mean? But if you show that you can be competitive each and every game, that people from week 1 to 17 now, 18, whatever it is, it'll be like, man, playing. If every one of them teams said, man, playing the Atlanta Falcons was not as easy as it looked on paper, then you can draw some odds. It might take some time. Maybe you can get a couple of draft studs this draft to really expedite that.
Yeah.
Free agents, expedite that. It's a possibility, but I get what you're saying. Let's get to the GA. I really do. I get what you're saying. And Brianna said, throw that bag at them. They will come. Yeah, money is the root to everything, right?
Yeah.
So throw that money at them. They will come to speaking about this Matt Ryan situation. As we all know, Matt Ryan, he did get traded to Indianapolis Colts. Everybody know that. So I want your perspective on how the whole trade went down, you know what I'm saying? And what's your feelings about it? Just everything. Just let it all out.
How I feel about it?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it was time. I felt like it was time. You know, you sit right there and you let them go to a contender. You let them go to a contender. You let them, reserve maybe about 2-3 years he could possibly have left. You know, you sent them over to the AFC. You sent them to a team that got a good O line, good running back. Capable wide receivers, and then top 15 defense, I would say at the most. So you put them in a great position. You put them in a great position to, just go out there and win. Reserve those the back end of them years that you do have. You know what I'm saying, taking less hits and all that. So you did right by him, and I'm like, that's what I want people to realize. It's like, either way it went, people was gonna complain because if we would have sent them to a trash team and got a higher pick, you would have had people complaining, talking about, oh, we doing wrong by him. We sending him to a sorry team and all that, this, that, and the third. And then Terry also came out and let y'all know he did not have a no trade clause for the ones who kept on thinking he had a say-so.
Say it again for the ones in the back.
No trade clause. He let that be known. That's why when that first came out, I was like, as many times as Matt Ryan's name has been in trade rooms, I ain't never heard nothing about a no trade clause when it came down to him. Because the people who do have them, anytime their name get thrown in trade rumors, you hear about that. You hear about a no trade clause. We knew about a no trade clause before Russell Wilson went to Seattle because it was his say-so. Same thing with Deshaun. We know he had a no trade clause. Players, when they name get thrown in the trade rumors and all that, that's when you will hear about no trade clause. But as many times his name been in, we've never heard about it. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt. But at the end of the day, they sent him somewhere to where he can succeed. But let me not get too far from what I was saying. If we would have sent him to a trash team, that's what people would have said. Now, we did the opposite and sent them where he wanted to go. We ended up sending him somewhere he wanted to go, somewhere where he already talked to that coach, that general manager, the owner. He had already talked to all of them. And he decided that is where they wanted to go. That's where he wanted to go. So we're like, okay, since that's where you want to go, we'll trade you there. We'll do right by you. So we had to take that third round on the trend, and we had to take that dead cap on the chin as well too. But stop trying to blame them for saying that's all you got, because that's all they was gonna give. Now, I would have felt some type of way if they talking about a fifth round hold player. I hold you in because you ain't got no trade clause, so you just can't go.
All right.
Third round, man, take the third rounder for what it is, and then move on. It's like y'all trying to find stuff to nitpick and get mad at. I mean, for what? There's already enough drama around here. Y'all mad because we went after him. It's like, so what? So what? Do the same thing when I ain't hear none of that. I ain't hear none of that about I ain't hear none of that about Robert Kraft. I ain't hear none of that about that fool out there in Seattle who beat his girl half to death, and when she woke up talking about, you still alive? Like, man, what? Like, miss me with all that. What we did is we did right by him. And let me tell you something else too. Not only we did right by him, you tell me one other quarterback in the NFL who had 14 years and had no competition behind them.
Nobody.
They respected him. They respected him and had so much respect for Matt Ryan to the point where your whole entire career, we never put no competition behind you. We had competent pieces, aka Matt Schaub, behind you to be able to try to keep it afloat. You know, if you get but you I don't know why you tried that one. But I'm like, man, let's just be for real. Because one thing I honestly sit right here and say, I love Matt Ryan. I do. I'm one of his biggest fans. I'm one of his biggest fans. But at that same time, you know, if we're going to get better moving forward, why would you want to have him sit there through another rebuild? It ain't even about the money no more. It's like, why? Why have him sit right there through a rebuild? What for? What for? It's dumb. Is if you want to be honest. And then another thing y'all got to fail to realize, yeah, Arthur Blank is the owner, so he's going to be in office. Don't get me started on Rich McKay.
He need to be gone.
That's far and gone. That contract run out in June. We're gonna see what happened with that. But Terry and Smith, they owe nothing to him. They have no ties to him. The only ties they have to on this team is the first draft of the guys that they had, and then you know free agent guys that they brought in, you know, under their regime. But you know they owe no. Like I said. He not their guys and they owe no loyalty, but they still turn around and did right by him when they could have did the total opposite. This front office telling me they not going to do bad business. They not going to overpay. But at the end of the day, any other quarterback, it's not a lot of regimes who will have a quarterback like Matt Ryan and then send him to where he want to go. They'll send him to a trash team because that team got a first rounder on the table. But this new front office, they ain't doing that. They ain't about that. They ain't about bad business. And to be honest with you, I know it may be tempting because of what be on the table, but you want to be tempted for what's on the table, or you want to have longevity moving forward, meaning you can be in good graces with every other organization. Right. They know they can talk business with you. Move up, move back, trade this person, trade that person. I'm looking at the long game. I ain't looking at short-term possibility. Look at the long game. And at the end of the day, they did right by him. They didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing shady. Y'all felt like didn't nobody doing right by him because of everything that went down. Everything that went down, he was in the know. He knew the entire right.
He was in the know before it even happened. Because remember, Terry came out and said that he told him.
Yeah, they told him
before Deshaun Watson even mentioned us that we was looking for your successor.
It all came out that they was even talking about, you know, moving him all the way back to the combine. But guess what? They kept. Now listen to this. How many quarterbacks have been complaining about being in those type of conversations because they never been in it? AKA Aaron Rodgers, AKA Kyler Murray. Them boys are begging for what Atlanta was doing with Matt Ryan, keeping him in the know, letting him choose his destination. Do this, do that. This new regime, you know, round of applause to them because of the way that they are handling business. They're not handling no shady business. They did right by him, and I'm glad they sent him to a contender. Right, he can get him over that hump. If he go out there and he win him a ring, you know, good for you, man.
I think he can.
I'm always gonna love him because that's the best quarterback they ever stepped those and Flowery Branch.
And see, what people fail to realize is that we don't hate Matt Ryan.
Oh,
we don't hate him. We just ready for something new. When we say mobile quarterbacking, we don't mean Mike Vick. He couldn't throw for shit. Let's be honest. He was just exciting.
My thing is, we talk about mobility because when you look at not even just the scheme that we run, when you just look at the premise, when you look at the whole landfill of the NFL, you will want somebody back there, you know, that can have a little pep in their step, you know, when that pressure do come, you know, be able to evade it a little bit, you know, get extra yardage and all that. My thing is, you know, everyone always talk about it can be done because of Tom Brady. Everyone is not Tom Brady. There's only one Tom Brady. Everyone is not Tom Brady. And speed ain't never been Matt Ryan's game. None of them really. But, you know, his accuracy, his precision, that's his strong suit. Even at this age right now, you put a line in front of him, he get jittery back there because all these times, you know what I'm saying, he been getting hit. But at that same time, it's like they sent him to a situation to where he can win. If you can still have a problem with that, like you even got people talking about, oh, they done being fans, all that, this, that, and the third. Guess what? If us moving the player the right way, don't want you to be no fan no more. Deuces.
You know I ain't finna post. I ain't finna about people being Colts fans now.
Yeah, I ain't finna. But we ain't finna cry about you, bro. Let the door hit you on the way out. Let it hit you on the way out. Because guess what? If that's gonna move you, ain't no telling what really will move you. Because at the end of the day, I'm not no player fan. I'm a team fan.
Hey man,
I'm a team fan.
See that right there?
My thing is
that's what's it.
I could have been up out of here. You know, the embarrassing moments we done had as a franchise, the down moments we done had as a franchise, 4 losing seasons as a row as a franchise. You know, had one of the best rosters in 2020, end up going 4-12. Like I could have been jumped ship, but guess what? I'm a fan of the team. I'm not a fan of no players. Guess what? I'm gonna be here in the rough. I'm gonna be here in the rough times. You want to talk about people who got it rough? Look at the other organization that go through the same thing we went through. Y'all thinking of like y'all making it seem like we just threw him to the trash, treated him like dirt. No, they kept this man in the knowing the whole time and sent him where he wanted to go. And if you still can't understand that, and that's going, you want to go be you want to be a Colts fan and all that, and I can't believe them and all that. Bye. Why you want to keep complaining and stay? Bye.
Right. And I agree with this comment right here by Brianna. She said, in my opinion, they handled it very well, sending him somewhere he wanted to go. And not going for the most pick, because if it was me, he going where they give up the most. Yeah, man, that's how most people think, man. And
a lot of people that think
you gotta salute the front office, bro. Like they handled that as professionally and as well as they could as anybody that I've seen. I'm not kissing up to them, nothing like that, but from what I've seen, bro, from them, they don't seem like the type that sugarcoat anything. They're going to let you know what's going on, but they're going to treat you right as well. Like you said, they could have sent that man to Detroit. Took all they picks.
Yeah.
But, nah, they just like, you know what? We're going to let you pick where you want to go. He said Indianapolis, which is a perfect fit, by the way. And I do see him kind of balling out there, but we gonna see. We're gonna be, quote unquote, watching, see how he do. But it was just time for Atlanta. We were tired of seeing that number 2. I mean, we were just tired of seeing that number 2 on the center, because the way that we tried to make it work, it wasn't working. And when shit ain't working, how you gonna rebuild by keeping the same OB?
This is what you're gonna get. My thing is, like it was time to start over. And people got to realize that you're not going to have the same person, in store. It's only a few organizations, that ever did that. But the fact that the man can still play, they sent them where they wanted to go, because guess what? They ready to get their guys in here. They ready to do what it is that they want to do. They ready to put a stamp. Yeah, they ready to put their stamp on this roster. And when I mean that, I mean fully. And I mean like they handle it. The way they handle it, you really can't ask for no other way for it to be handled. The way they end up handling that.
Man, that was perfect by them. When that money started jumping up, they was like, nah.
Yeah, new player.
And the reason why they probably did it, because we got a bargain shop for the free agency, man. So, free agent wise, I think we did good, bro. Like, it hasn't been no signing as of yet. Mm-hmm. That has scratched my head like, what the like think about Lorenzo Carter. He came off fire. The end of the season, man. Who knows, that might transfer over, and he coming home.
Yep.
So then you got the cornerback, Casey Hayward.
Yeah.
I seen his highlights, bro. You told me about him. I heard his name was Living Man Balling.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I look at highlights, I want to know if you are that person that made that play, or was you just an opportunistic person?
Mm-hmm.
I like DeMonte KZ.
Yeah.
Hayward, all the highlights I've seen, he made those plays.
Yeah.
Carter made those plays.
Exactly.
So, I like the way that they're going so far, and they're bargaining it.
Just like I can say, like one of the stories that had got overshadowed during the whole Deshaun Watson situation when we brought back Isaiah Oliver, somebody who I was pounding the table for the comeback, and they did. Your second, because my thing is, I feel like Richard Grant gonna do better this upcoming season, and Hawkins already showed you, he ready for it. I know a lot of people were scratching their head about Eric Harris, because I was too. But if you ask me, I feel like that's more of veteran leadership more than anything else. Veteran leadership, as far as like your safety
man on Twitter, man.
Your safety
he talk a lot of football on Twitter, bro, about each and every topic that you can really think of. Either he talking about it, he retweeting it, whatever. He always in the loop. So you go to Lil G. What's the Twitter again?
At Lil G29_.
And bro, it's football all the time over there.
I don't really
talk. To cut you off. Just shout you out.
Nah, you good. Yeah. It's like, okay, you basically got your nickel guy back with Isaiah. You got your two outside guys with Casey and AJ. Now, I know the situation about Casey was age, which is, I believe he's a 31 or 32. And I know the question got brought up, does that mean we're out of the sauce sweepstakes? I've been on both sides of the fence about it. At some points, I'm like, they're just going to go ahead and go D-line. But then when I think about D-line in this draft, it's so deep. And there's so many of them that you really won't even have to reach, that you really won't even have to reach for one. And as I just look at the entire playing field, I would feel like if you still want a cornerback, this is me. I'm not going to touch the quarterback topic right now. I'd say that for another time. I'm just looking in the world of, if we were not to go quarterback in the first round, I would feel like if you still feel like a cornerback should be targeted, I would be like, once you get to 8, trade back. When I say trade back, maybe 4 or 5 spots. And the reason why I say trade back, because let's just say, for instance, you're at 8. Let's say you trade back to 13 or so. I'm pretty sure with that type of deal, you're going to garner another second.
Right.
You're going to garner another second because that's still 5 spots. So you're going to garner a second with that, or possibly a third. But I'm thinking a second because that's still a good jump because it's in the top 10. At that point in time, I would be like at 13 if Andrew Booth is still there. Go ahead and grab him because the D line is deep. Now, the only way, as far as like a defensive lineman, that I would stay put at 8, if he's there, is Thibodeau. If Thibodeau is there at 8, oh no, buddy, I'm not moving back.
Come here.
Yeah. Yeah, come on here. I'm not moving if he's there. And I know it'd be real tempting to I ain't moving him Hamilton there neither. If we just gonna be honest about it, I'm not moving if he there neither. It's those two for me.
Those two. That's like
because I love Sauce. I love him. But if you want my honest opinion,
it's too much.
I feel like when you got teams like Houston, and the Giants who picking at 5 and 7. They're trying to move Bradbury, so they're going to be in the market for a cornerback. And even if they don't move him, they're still going to be in the market for a cornerback. 5 and 7. That's 2 before what? That's 2 picks they got before we go. Now, as far as the Jets, I mean, the Jets picking like at 6 and 10. But still, though, another team who needs secondary help. It's like, I love them. I love them. I just don't know
if you're gonna make it.
Even if he do fall there, I don't know if they're gonna do it. It's just me. 9 picks is cool, but I would like to have at least 11 or 12. And you got a cornerback like Andrew Booth, who I still feel like gonna be on the board. And the reason I say that is because he got hurt a couple days before the combine, working out for the combine. So he then participated at the combine, and he then participated at his pro day. His stock is gonna vary now because of that. People ain't gonna know they ain't gonna know how to look at that or not. Me, I still take it because Andrew Booth still showed me if there's 3 top corners in this draft, to me, may not be to you, it's Stingley, Sauce, and Booth. I ain't talked about Stingley because I feel like Stingley gonna be gone too because he already let it be known he's going to be participating at his pro day, and we all know who Stingley is. People ain't gonna really look at that injury history per se because people could all some people will, yeah, but with a name as good as his, and if you move back to 13, and he's still that G, he better not go past 13. but my whole thing is, if we do move back, and if it's a cornerback that's still there, what I'm saying, I would say Booth. But my whole thing is, right now, I'm looking at, moving back. If we really finna put our hands on this roster.
If your guy, when I speak about your guy, you already know who I'm talking about.
Who?
Big boy.
Davis.
If he's sitting there at 8, you don't take him?
No.
Why not?
No. I love Jordan Davis, but no. And the reason why I say edge rushers, the D-line, period, is loaded, man. Even if I do miss out on him on the latter end of the first round, you still got guys like Travis Jones and all them.
Right.
And I love Jordan Davis too, but I'm not in the business of reaching. Because reaching is what got us with these horrible rosters we've been having right now.
Correct.
Reaching. I'm not in the business of reaching, especially when it's a class that's full of them. I'm not talking about it's full of Jordan Davis. I'm just talking about the side of the ball that we need the most help on. It's loaded. Why? Why would you want to reach?
Nah, you shouldn't reach at all.
I feel like, man, just do your due diligence. If anything, hey, moving back. Number 8 up for sale. Moving back. That's what I'm doing.
Now I feel like if we was to move back for number 8, that we need to basically rob the people that are giving us that number 8.
Oh yeah.
That may not giving us, they're taking the number 8 from us. They better go for everything.
Hey, cause look, I'm gonna tell you, man, like we're in what I because I don't want to bring up. Let me look at what these things is. I don't want to bring up nothing that we already gonna talk about. Yeah, which we is. So I bring up what I'm thinking that we should do a little later on when we get to this certain topic. But still back to the free agency sign. It's like you brought in Damian Williams. A lot of people don't know him. Super Bowl MVP when the Chiefs had ended up beating the 49ers. He was the MVP of that game. Damian Williams, he was in Chicago last year. And I was like, man, who was that number 8? Because, that's when, they switched up the numbers and let people, I was like, man, who was that number 8? I was like, that boy nimble. Boy, shifted on his feet. And then when I seen Williams, I'm like, man, who is Williams? I was like, let me go ahead and put it in and see who it was. And it was Damian Williams. And I was like, oh. So when we signed him, I'm like, cool. I can deal with that. True enough, he's 29, but I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, because he showed you last year. He still got a lot left in the tank. I'm like, okay, cool. That's another underrated sign. And then we got what's his name? What's that lineman name? Is it Wilkerson?
You talking about
from Chicago?
Yeah, I think it's Wilkerson.
And it's something like that. Let me make sure.
I think it's Wilkerson. And he pretty young too with it. He pretty young too with it, man. And like I said, these free agent signings has been not the blockbuster names, but it's just right for what we need, man. It's just right for the money that we got and what we need. We can't really just go out and grab all the sexy players, you know what I mean? Yeah. Make a nice, formidable team.
Yeah.
Make a nice, formidable team.
Okay, there you go. Okay. So, yeah, like, what's his name? Elijah Wilkinson. Yeah, him. We brought him in. I think I think when he started the most amount of games he did, I know I read somewhere where like he had like a 93 pass protection grade. They really didn't bring up the running, so I didn't know how good it was. But with us bringing him in, I know that that's competition for what that boy name is. McGarry. I know that's competition right there. Then of course, we re-signed Kobe Cassette.
Mm-hmm.
We re-signed Anthony Rush, which is a good re-sign, and that guy ain't nothing but 25 years old. Good re-signing. Tease Tabor. I've heard of him before we signed him. I heard of him, but I didn't know like too much. I heard about him, but I know a lot of people were trying to slide him in
like a camp body.
Yeah. I mean, I believe he's gonna make the 53. I know a lot of people were trying to slide him into that nickel because they didn't know what was gonna do with Isaiah Oliver. But with Isaiah Oliver back now, I'm thinking there's more. He'll be like on the depth end of thing, like probably battling it out with my guy we drafted last year, the corner.
Oh yeah.
What name, man?
Is it Ian Avery? Is it?
No, not Avery. Avery, the other one.
The other one. I'm not even sure.
The one that we got before him. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Probably with them because I feel like they're gonna use Avery. I believe Avery gonna be their Swiss Army knife, like not only continuing punts, but I know they said they're gonna have him doing like a little bit on offense too. So I think Avery gonna be like their Swiss Army knife. And then this other dude we brought in yesterday, Cordero Hodge. I don't know who that is, but I'm thinking that's camp body.
The only thing that I seen was to highlight him not able to find the ball in the Detroit game. So hopefully he's just a camp body.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him. And then we tendered Alameda. I've always been a big fan of Alameda. I ain't never had no problem with Alameda. And of course, the big ticket. Well, I wouldn't say big ticket free agency, but the one that's taking over more the media, Marcus Mariota, end up getting him.
Real quick. What do you think about Marcus Mariota? What do you think that signing means for the Falcons?
I feel like, I'm gonna go down. Let me just be specific with it. When he was with Tennessee, he had his highs, he had his lows. I don't think he fully, unveiled, like the highest of his potential. Like I don't think we've seen the best of him. So a bit of piece of information that I had ran into when I was reading up on it was one of the reasons why he when Arthur Smith came OC, he had cracked ribs. So Tannehill was able to get that job, elevate it, and take it to a whole other level. So and Arthur Smith has already shown you, whoever got the high hand, that's who he gonna roll with. So Tannehill was able to do that, so they let Mariota walk. Now I feel like the best thing for Mariota was sitting behind Derek Carr. I'm not saying like Derek Carr is this world beater, but him just actually sitting down, watching the game more, studying the game more, looking at his highs, looking at his lows. And when he stepped in, I think it was 2020 for Mariota in that Chargers game, he did really well in my eyes.
Yeah.
And I feel like, he is a bridge quarterback. I feel like that is a situation. I don't think they got him, to be the long-term solution. I feel like he is a bridge quarterback, but I just feel like his familiarity. My bad, I'm having a problem with that one. Familiarity. Yeah. With the system is what's going on. Is what's going to help. You won't really need that learning curve that that most quarterbacks, who will be new, who will have to learn. He already know Arthur Smith's scheme from front to back. So I feel like that's kind of a leg up to where that ain't something that you'll really have to harp on with your new QB. And another dimension is, if things fall apart, he still got some juice in them legs, to be able to go get a first and all that. I'm not saying I don't want no quarterback, they're just going to scramble just to scramble.
Right.
But yeah. but if things break it down, everything covered up real good, and you got like a little lane, go ahead and get them extra yards. Like, I used to hate when we'd be like on third or 2 and can't get it. I used to hate that. I still do hate that, you know what I'm saying, if we can't. So I don't feel like all is lost with it. I know he's not a long-term solution, but I feel like it's one of the best. He one of the best, you know what I'm saying, to step in for the moment because he already know that system front to back. And it's just bringing everybody else along who's new to it.
So I'm gonna ask you another question about that. Even though I kind of think I know the answer. I know the answer to this, but I want to say it to the world, and maybe I'm wrong. It's been a lot of things to where people want with the number 8 pick and pick Malik Willis.
Mm-hmm.
I said his name right?
Yeah, you said the name right.
And you know they're fooled. We ain't gonna say fooled. He got the arm talent, bro, but they looked at the pro day just like, wow, this is the guy. This is the guy. Would you be upset if they choose him at number 8, or if they even trade back a couple of picks back and get him, or you just don't want no quarterback, period, in the draft?
Seeing how they moved on from Matt Ryan, if they stayed put or moved back to get him, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be. Because it ain't even about his pro day to me. I already know he had a big arm. I already know he was very athletic. I just already know, he's a prospect, who's going to need this. He's going to have to sit down for a year at the most. You know what I'm saying? Just to work on pocket presence. You know what I'm saying? And then, doing his reads, I've seen a lot of situations where, like, first read ain't there, he gone. He out the back door. Sometimes first read ain't there, then he try to run and, get hit. So I feel like he's a prospect that do have to sit down. I would prefer moving back a couple spots, you know what I'm saying, to get him to gain more capital, to fix a hole that you would have. But all in all, saying how you have moved on from Ryan, I really wouldn't be mad at it. And it ain't even about his pro day to me. I look at the whole body of work. Pro days don't fool me. Look at last year. Look at dude who went to Minnesota. He had a good pro day. Quarterback out there. He went second, third round. Look at Zach Wilson.
You talking about Kellen Mond?
Yeah. And look at Zach Wilson. Bombing and thing about 70-something yards. You know what I'm saying? True enough, in the long run, in the bigger grand scheme of things, he might do turn out good. But pro days don't really do for me. Don't really tell me who you are.
It ain't no defender defending that receiver, and it ain't no 300-pound lineman coming at you.
Yeah.
In the in-game situation.
I feel like pro days should be for folks if you already did your thing. I feel like at the combine, and if you had a horrible combine, then I feel like, yeah, you can make up for it at your pro day. But if you killed the combine, ain't no point in doing that at your pro day. I just feel like it's for those ones who either got to make up for a bad showing they had, or if somebody was injured, and then now they healthy enough to show what they can.
Right.
That's what I feel like that's for.
So
there don't be too much insight.
We're gonna get into another topic at hand here, which, hey man, I'm happy about this.
Oh yeah.
CP84
that boy
was able to resign, man, and he's been advocating all year long. Atlanta's where he want to be. F the money. Atlanta. Now, I know that he knows that he ain't on the best team. He just want to be in Atlanta. And we needed that type of play. We need a lot more of them type of play that just want to be in Atlanta, embrace Atlanta. And I think a lot of it has to do because Arthur Smith used him to what he know his capability is. Minnesota. Exactly. You can say that again because Minnesota and Chicago just use him for special teams. You saw it a little bit in New England, but we unlocked that mofo down here.
Yeah, we unlocked a lot of more things, that he can do. And I just feel like I should have, in this title, put CP resign / Coup resign. Because them two was the main one I was hoping we brought back. And the one that I prayed on separately was Isaiah Oliver. And they done brought back all three of them. They done brought back all.
You better go play the lotto.
They done brought back all. They done resigned all three of them. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like when I found out, and then think about it. The contract they gave Cool. I think it made him the second I think it made him the NFL's second highest kicker as far as like contract negotiations, but very well deserved. With Isaiah Oliver, there was another thing they did that I had preached for, a 1 year prove it deal. I think really out of it, I think it's like 787,000, but like with incentives and all that, he can get a little bit more. And then with CP, they didn't even break the bank on bringing him back because can't nobody in this stream or out there tell me he didn't have more money out there on the table, because I can guarantee you he did. After that showing that he had with us, he had more money on the table with other teams. But he showed you where he wanted to be because he advocated for it all. He advocated for it all season, majority of the off season. I know he threw a couple of y'all for a loop because he was just saying patiently waiting for free agency. No, you supposed to play the game like that. You ain't supposed to let folks know what it is that you got. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to play the game like that.
Let the left hand know what the right hand's doing.
Yeah. So he did that the right way. That's how he was supposed to handle it.
I'm just glad that it was somebody that want to be in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Somebody wants to be here. Well, not here, we in Jacksonville, but part of our team.
I get what you're saying.
They want to be here. Like they willing to go to war for that red, black, white, and silver, man. So just for them, like, all right.
I appreciate it, man.
I'm gonna bring that energy back.
I love it.
Cause he's gonna give it his all.
Oh yeah. That's one thing about him, you know what I'm saying? He is gonna give it his all. He is most definitely gonna give it his all. And that's all I ask.
And to be honest, I know he's 30, 31, 30.
Like 31, something like that.
That man still got fresh legs, bro.
Oh yeah.
Because like we just said, he wasn't used to the capability that he should have been used. He's had less snaps on his legs, his knees, his body than an average person that got that superstar potential. Because that man is a superstar. I don't care what you say. He make plays, man. Hey man, let's just be honest. He bailed Matt Ryan out a lot of times this past season, bro. I wouldn't even necessarily call it bailing out. I'm like, just playing your position. I've seen quarterbacks do crazy things to where receivers bailed them out, but I'm like, he did his job. The true definition of a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, he did his job. So
that's
all I ask. You giving your all on the field, a la Deion Jones. When you giving it your all,
we gonna get there.
Them the results that you get.
All right, so let's get into another situation here, which everybody is not going to be a fan of what we probably about to say on this, because he is a household name for Atlanta. Due respect to him. Do the baller. Ben needing some help. Ain't been getting the help, but Grady Jarrett situation, man. I'm gonna let you hit off on the first.
This is my take on it. I got a couple of things. Now, this is the last year of his deal. So, if I'm not mistaken, since this is the last year of his deal, a restructure is highly unlikely. Let's just call it what it is. And I wouldn't want to do that anyways. I feel like if we are going to keep him, I feel like extend, because I don't want to be in a situation to where he may say, no, he don't want an extension. He want to play out this year and then, see what he could possibly get on the market next year, knowing we're going to be robust. But I'm also not a fan of overpaying either. I'm not with that. So with you telling me how much money you already know what it is that we're going to have, you want to test the market and then see what we're going to offer too, you basically going to walk away. Because somebody going to give you more than what we offer, even though we'll be able to ones who will be able to offer you the most. I don't see that front office doing that, because once again, you're not one of their guys. So let's just say, for instance, you talk about you want to play out your last year, do all that. You're gonna be gone, but with you leaving, it's going. I don't play for comp picks, because guess what? We're going to end up signing someone that's going to X out us even getting the comp pick for you. So I don't play the comp pick game. I'm not with that. I'm like, extension. If you don't want no extension, and talking about you want to play it like that, make a trade happen. I say just trade him. And I love Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett has been one of the best. I'm talking about went from a fifth rounder to one of the best defensive tackles in the game. I love him. Yeah. Now, I remember when he was speaking last year, talking about he was just waiting. It was like, ain't no extension or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Been talked to him and his camp. And that was last year. Now, this year, you know, he may be saying, like, okay, Julio, go on, Ryan, go on the whole Ridley situation. You know, do I still want to be here or not? And rightfully so. So I just feel like if you don't want no extension, you know what I'm saying? You got to trade him to the highest bidder. Now, I know y'all probably want to do right by him and send him to a contender too, but I'm not taking no third rounder for him.
He's still young.
Exactly. I'm not taking no third rounder for him. If I got any type of deal and it's a third round on him, that better be added on to that first that you're giving me.
And a play.
Or it better be a third this year and a first next year. But I'm not, or this year it need to be a second and a third. I'm not doing nothing less than that. That's why I feel like, you know, it's real quiet on that end. And by it being this quiet, either some shopping is going on or some behind the scene conversations are going on about, you know, what it is that we're going to do. See, because you see, they got Jake Matthews that I forgot to bring him up. They got his extension on out the way because, you know, he took one. Boom, got that out the way. And, you know, we still ain't heard nothing. We still ain't heard nothing about Grady Jarrett. Now, I was with Steve White. I know he was saying earlier in the offseason, you know, an extension is something, you know, that they want to get done with him. Do Grady Jarrett feel the same way? We don't know. Because
bless you, man.
Thank you. Still right now, we ain't heard nothing. We ain't heard nothing. I'm talking about we ain't even heard a peep. Now, that's one thing I do like about this right off, but you don't hear nothing unless they wanted to be heard. So, you know, we ain't heard a peep about nothing pertaining to Grady Jarrett. So that makes it be like, And I realized I seen one of the guys on Twitter, you know, who's verified, one of them analysts, I forgot. He said he feel like blockbuster trades, it's gonna be some more before this offseason is over with. And I have to agree. Will Grady Jarrett be part of that? He may be. We don't know for sure, but I'm just like, I just want to see how it's all gonna unfold because, you know, more capital or you're gonna extend them? Which one you finna roll with?
I think it's a situation that if you're gonna rebuild all the way. We ain't going nowhere right now. Don't hold anybody from that last regime. Go ahead and try to get all your guys in as fast as possible. I love Grady Jarrett. I do. That guy's been a dog since he stepped on the field for us at the fifth round. I love him. But at the extent of the team, like you said, you don't want him to play out next year and then just be able to just walk away.
Yeah, because you're going to get him for nothing. Because I'm telling you right now, whatever comp pick we're going to get, I ain't mean to cut you off. Right. Whatever comp pick they're going to try to give us for him is going to get axed out by a free agency sign that we do make. So
right.
I don't like playing the comp game.
And you know we're going shopping next year. So
they're going to shop. They're going to retain their guys and
right.
and then go fill the roster.
So I really feel like I said with the Matt Ryan situation, I called on like, look, don't be surprised if he get traded today. And that's what happened. So I really feel like we're gonna walk into the 2022 season without Grady Jarrett, bro. Like something is telling me it's too quiet over there.
I mean, it won't be no surprise to me.
It'll be a surprise to others. Kind of this is one of the people that, you know, got a lot of fans too. Got a lot of people that hold them tight, don't want to see them go. It's gonna have to happen.
I just put it to you like this: if you're an Atlanta Falcons fan, you know you're attached to a player, detach quickly. And the reason why I say detach because no one, even the guys they brought in, no one is safe. No one.
Nobody is safe, man. And speaking about somebody else, man, I ain't gonna get on to trying to introduce the man. Hey, man, Debo. Sorry about that. Debo. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, if my boy Jamel is looking at this, hey, dog, I'm going to go ahead and use what you told me earlier. If we trade Grady, Debo need to be packaged in with it. And I'm with you on that, dog, because I'm like, Debo, it ain't even the fact, you know, do he still have it or not? He does. He show it when he wants to. But, I ain't even finna get all deep into it because, almost every video we've had so far, I know harped on him about his effort and his showing, acting like, he don't care. So, I'm cool on that. My whole thing is, to me, at this point, I don't care what you do with him. I really don't. If he a June 1st cut, June 1st trade, however you want to do. If it's a trade, do it before the draft. Just like with Grady. If it's a trade with him, do it before the draft. I want assets this year. I don't want nothing next year. If I want something next year, it's gonna be something that's tapped on or whatever it is I'm getting this year. But I want something this year. I don't want nothing next year. Yeah, I want something this year.
Can you get a first rounder for Debo?
Hell no. No. And that's because of his effort.
You don't think
that's
nobody?
Because for one, because of his effort. If the man actually had put effort out there, there's a possibility. But see, what's going to hold back a first rounder is their contract.
True.
That's what's going to hold back. If you want me to be totally honest, maybe get like a 4th rounder or something like that for him. I take it.
Yeah, I take it.
And I take it because I'm like, man, if you're not going to show us no effort, why am I going to pay you to be on this field? I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying, bro? You can hit the door too.
You can hit the door, let it swing, and hit.
You want to be honest, man? I'll be talking to Dallas right now. Hey, Quinn,
come get your guy.
You want your boy?
You see, Dante Fowler went over there.
Yeah, went over there. Yeah. And if he can't do nothing with Lawrence and Parsons down there, then I don't know what to say about him. But see, they got my boy down there for 1 year, and now he a free agent. My boy Neil. Would I take Neil back? I most certainly would.
See, hey, that's another time.
Because that's your tone. That's your tone setter right there. That's your tone setter. You ain't got to bank on him being. Now he said he's going to be switching his position back to safety, and that's his prerogative. But still, that'll be your tone setter back there. He ain't got to be no starter, which I probably would. But he's just gonna have to battle it out to earn it. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't gonna be given to him. But even if you go like 2 or 3 safety set or whatnot, that's your tone setter. I'll take Neil back. If he want crazy money, then I ain't gonna do it because you just went to Dallas on 1 year for $5 million. So don't be thinking if we finna come back calling, finna break the bank. That ain't finna happen, player.
Yeah. No, man. I mean, it would be nice to see him back on the red and black just for like hitting purposes. Zone coverage, man, coverage, he's awful at that.
That boy, thumper.
But he a thumper, man. You can always use another thumper. On your defense, that ball can come loose a little bit more. Ball can come loose a little bit more, man. When I think about Debo, at what point did he just turn it off? Like 16, he showed the promise. 17, he continued it. 18, I think he was still having.
He got injured. He got injured. But when he came back after them 10 games, he showed he still had it. Because in 2019, still getting interceptions and all that, you know what I'm saying, showed that he had it. 2020
and 21.
Yeah, that was just boom. I'm talking about just went right down. I'm talking about went downhill. I'm like, man, what? Because 2019, remember season opener, he got that pick against Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's still there because even last year in training camp and all them things, like stride for stride with CP, breaking up passes. Mike Davis went on a little flat route. He went and intercepted that. And I true enough, yeah, I know it's practice. And that may sound silly. But this man has shown you he can do it. It's just no will on the field. Go back and look at some of our games from last year. And he showed you he still got a prime example when we played Carolina, how that man shot the gap and stick your boy Chuba Hubbard made him fumble. Yeah. First defensive player. He showed you that he got it. He just do it when he wants to.
Right.
Like that pick. When A.J. Terrell got that pick against New England, he jogging. When Mykal Walker got that pick against Carolina, it was Foye who went running down the field with Mykal to get Cam out to play. You even see Big Anthony rush. But who one of the first people to get in the end zone trying to celebrate? Deion. It's like, come on, bro. What you doing, man?
And what you own. And what you own, man. Like it pisses you off. Knowing that he got the talent. It's still oozing out of him.
Mm-hmm. Just
but that will not want to.
Yeah, turn it on when he want to.
Can't be doing that, bro.
It's like, it's obviously, man, y'all got stuck to Dan Quinn ways.
Nah.
And the reason why I say that is because it's like y'all can't take no criticism. It's like hard coaching ain't for y'all. And if you can't take no hard coaching on this team, bye. If you can't take criticism, bye. See, Quinn let y'all know, oh, I got your back. You know, even when you do bad, I'ma dap you up. I'm finna hype you up and all that. If that was the case, why y'all ain't doing what Dallas was doing?
What is that?
Because he was hyping them boys up and all that too, man, advocating for them too, but them boys was putting the showing on the field.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear nothing about Dallas because we had plenty of guys on this defense. Is it because it was just a DC down there? I don't know. That could be different, you know. That's a lot taken off your plate just being a DC. Right. You know, could be. I ain't gonna hold your feet to the fire to that because that's just what happened. But my whole thing is, man, like we want your all or we don't want you at all.
I don't think this front office would take what Dan Quinn, took from him.
I'm gonna tell you this: if he don't get traded, I can guarantee you that contract don't get touched. If they don't trade him, it's getting touched.
As they need to.
They gonna touch that contract.
It needed to because that's the thing that pisses you off with Debo, man. It just, he got it. He just don't want to do it.
And my thing
is it like the losing they got to him now?
I don't know because, like, prime example, like what's name got 3 years at the $40-something million contract when we signed the Fowler. That regime, first thing in the door, they went on ahead and had revised it because 2023 was supposed to be his last season. They went on ahead and touched it up and told him, like void, yeah, and all that, depending if you hit these strides, this, that, and the third. The reason I was an advocate for talking about, man, we should do that same thing for Deion, since this is last year. Well, I don't know if this is last year now. I don't think it is. But then when I thought about it more and more, I was like, do I really want to do that? Because Deion showed he's someone who can turn it on and off. So if I tell him he got to hit these numbers, this, that, and the third, he gonna do that just to get them numbers. And then after he get them numbers and he get his money secured, he gonna
turn back down.
I don't like that.
You should want it 24/7, man. 365.
Yeah. If you hurt, cool, but you wasn't hurt, bro. You was just out there just lollygagging on the field.
AJ Terrell got that pick versus New England. Sure, I know we're getting blown out, but you say number 45 just
job.
That would have been a touchdown if he would have just pinched him.
I'm going to keep on. I said I wasn't going to say nothing, but I'm going to keep on harping on this play. Against Buffalo, you let a 5'7", 180-pound Isaiah McKenzie block you from getting to Josh Allen when Josh Allen just walked in the end zone. Any other linebacker in this game would have blew Isaiah McKenzie out his cleats for trying to block them. They would have just picked him up and threw him.
See,
I would have picked him. Foyer would have probably picked him up and threw him into Josh Allen. That's a tackle.
It's crazy they talked about that because, like I said, I said on the show before, that little clip with Ocho Cinco try to block Ray Allen.
About Ray Lewis?
Not my bad. Yeah, my bad. I don't know what I think about Ray Allen for, but Ray Lewis.
Boy, got that helmet sent about 10 feet out of bounds.
And then there was a video afterward saying that Ray Lewis was like, I didn't even feel you.
Yeah, all right.
He knew he was there. He seen him. But Ocho was not finna block him. But we like Ocho, mentality though. He ain't scared. He ain't scared to go back.
I'm talking about, man, if y'all see that clip, boy, he blasted Chad Ocho. I'm talking about when he got here. I said, damn, where the helmet go? I'm talking about soon as you see him get hit, the helmet just disappeared. Boom! I said, damn. I said, whoo!
That
Chad got hit so hard, but he was mad. He got up wanting to fight. I said, dog.
That boy said, Ray got me, man. I tried to get him. I tried to blindside.
Go sit on the sideline and think about that one.
Right, but
man, toasted.
Deion is not Ray. Hell, Deion not even Brian Urlacher. You know what I mean? Or Deion is not even Roquan. Roquan would have blasted right through him.
Deion is in the mold of these newer age linebackers, fast, can stick with tight ends, can stick with running backs. But it's like Deion just don't care. And it could be a situation of where, it is the losing. But I'm like, if that's the case, ask for a trade. They're not going to say no to you, this new regime. Or if you feel like you're going to get traded, you ain't going to get the money that you want. Well, guess what? You ain't finna get the money that you want no too much longer from us, neither. You still in your, matter of fact, let me see something. Let me see something right now.
What you about to check, man?
Hold on.
Yeah, with Debo, man, I just feel like it's time to move on for him too. Now, do you believe, real quick before you look at what you look up, that Fourier signed up with Jacksonville? Do you think that makes it harder on Atlanta with Debo?
Oh, with what's the name leaving?
Yeah.
Possibly, depending on what they do in the draft.
See, now, I think if Fourier would have stayed, we would have been heard some news about Deion being traded. But, they gotta do what they gotta do, man, and what they can do. I mean, Debo.
I feel like we may be stuck with him another year.
You think so?
I don't think I wouldn't want to, but I just feel like we will.
That ain't no great cause for us having to see that for a whole nother year, bro. I mean, that just literally just pissed me off. I mean, I don't care if you cut him or you trade him. I just don't want to see that 45 on the field again. But it's looking like going to 2022, he might be on there. You find what you're looking for? So you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, I was looking at our cap total. Oh, we got $9 million over the cap.
$9 million?
That's it. Oh, y'all can cut Mike Davis and what that cornerback name? I can't stand them.
Kendrick
Sheffield, yeah. They can cut a couple guys and get rid of. Oh, okay, that's cool. But what Deion Jones at?
Either I'm looking for him specifically.
Okay, his contract runs out next year, 2023. That's his last year. So he's 28 right now. How much is he making this year? Good God damn.
He's looking up some stat. No, not stat. He's looking up some money factors for you.
God damn.
It's too much.
The cap hit $20 million.
Oh, hell no.
The dead cap 24. Shit.
Damn, we might be stuck with him. We might be stuck with him.
We may be stuck with him. Good God Almighty.
We say his last year, this year coming up?
2023. 2023 his last year.
So in that case, we might be stuck with him for this year. And then they're going to find something.
And they already paid him $4 million, too. He got that on March 20th. God damn.
Yeah.
We stuck with him.
We probably stuck with him, man. we wasn't hoping for that, but we stuck with him, man. So
God damn.
So what you think now that we probably gonna be stuck with him?
I still draft one.
Yeah.
If we trade back, I feel like even if we don't trade back, linebackers should still be on our list. Even if we don't trade back, linebacker, you got. I'm not saying this because I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan, but it's another reason why I am saying it. I'm cool with Tindall. I'm not saying Nakobe Dean because I will say Nakobe Dean. What's his name? Aaron Williams. He was the one who for some odd reason, I don't know if he worked out at the combine or not, but for some odd reason, they say he just falling. They say he free falling. That man fall to 43.
Take him.
What?
Take him.
What?
Take him.
Yeah, I'm taking him. Yeah. Man, look here. I ain't finna play. I ain't finna play no games with you, man. Yeah, I'm taking them.
Hey man, I couldn't blame you for that.
First round, nope.
I couldn't blame you for that.
Yeah, I'll take them, but I'm like, linebacker. But no matter what round they choose, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's deep on the linebackers as well, one need to be taken because you can't move Dion back to that middle. No, it ain't even that. With Dean P's defense, that middle, Deion Jones was never built for the middle. Let's just be honest. Even though he succeeded that, he was never built for the middle because that taking on offensive linemen, it's not his strong suit. We all see that. So I'm just like, keep him at weak side linebacker. Michael, I don't know where you're gonna put him at. I don't know if you're gonna put him on the strong side or the middle, but a linebacker need to be a target. That's why I was hoping we had got what's his name? I think his name Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown.
No, Jayon Brown.
Jayon.
It was one of them middle linebackers from Tennessee. He ended up getting signed by somebody. I was mad because he had visited Jacksonville, but I think the Raiders signed him. It was one of them linebackers from Tennessee.
Yeah.
And I was like, because that's who I wanted us to familiarity with Dean Pease and was gonna be able to stop it. I'm like, hey man, this need to hear that.
We wasn't able to get Ben Jones or Roger stuff in the stuff.
Them boys, all them offensive linemen, man, got kept for pennies. But this front office, they got a plan. They got an idea on what they're gonna do. So I'm like, I'm not gonna crucify you after 1 year. I'm like, let's just see what it is moving forward.
See how it goes, man. And the ending segment, I'm gonna let you tee off on this, man. What you got?
I feel like more breaking news from this franchise is far from over, and that's dealing with Grady Jarrett, whether they keep him or not. I feel like just breaking news in general, it's not done with. I would like to see what's going to happen moving forward. Like, I can't wait till draft because I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all right now. Me and Antonio, we got the same job and we on the same shift. We work 6:45 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. So draft day on the 28th, we're gonna be doing the whole first round. I know it's over like at 12 o'clock. We'll still get up and go to work.
Yeah.
We're doing the whole first round on Friday. We're doing all the second round because we got 2 in the second and 2 in the third.
I believe so.
Yeah, we do. Because second and third on Friday. So we're doing both of them rounds. Well, we're gonna do both of them rounds. Like after our last pick in the third, then we'll do our little recap after that. And
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to do it all the way through? Cause we're gonna work on Saturday.
Yeah, but that might be a lot of time. Cause how many rounds did they do?
On Friday?
Saturday.
Oh no, I'm talking about Friday. I'm talking about rounds 2 and 3. On Friday they do 2 and 3.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm messed up. Cause it starts on Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday they do the first round, right. But that lasts like 4 hours.
And Friday they're doing the second and
the third. They start at on Thursday they start at 8.
Yeah.
And it's over at 12. That's that first round. Friday it starts at 7 and it's over like at 10. But we got 2 in the second and 2 in the third.
Yeah, we can do that.
Now Friday. Saturday, we got a fourth, a fifth, and 2 6th. We don't have no 7.
And Saturday we going.
And that's 12 to fucking 8 or something like that. Hell no, we'll get on there. We'll stay on there till our last pick. And then we out of there. Like we ain't staying the rest of the 6th round going on into the 7th. Nope.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Because I know I'm not tripping because I think we got a 6th rounder for Alex Mack.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. See, because them the picks right there. You got 1 first rounder, 2 second rounders, 2 third rounders, a 4th, a 5th, and 2 6th. So that's 8, 43, 58, 74, 82. Because them 2 third rounders, they close.
And you know
74 and 82.
And as y'all know, them rounds that
these are
Saturday.
These are the picks, guys.
On Saturday, them rounds go by very quick because teams really don't have that much time at all, at all to pick who they want on Saturday.
No. Thursday they drag it out. Friday, I think Friday they get straight to him too. Or Friday they get like 2 minutes or something like that. Yeah. And then Saturday, boom, 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 boom.
Yep. Going out like that. So
that's why I was like, because think about it now. I ain't even really saying nothing about it, but think about it. Them 5 picks your first 2 days. It's gonna be it. That's why I said with these 5 picks, I ain't doing no trading up. None. Because we still gonna have a lot of holes on this roster. I ain't doing no trading up. If I'm doing any trading, I'm trading back. Remember last year when we traded, even though I was mad as fuck, because I wanted Javonte Williams. But I ain't doing no trading up. I don't care. Even in the I ain't doing no trading up. I'm trading everything back.
And for that draft, it's gonna be more of a kick it. We're gonna be kicking, relaxing. It ain't gonna really be, too much of a topic. We're just gonna see who everybody pick, where everybody go.
Oh yeah, first round gonna be
more relaxed.
First round gonna be live now. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You might hear our kids in the background.
Yeah, we gonna be on
everything.
We gonna be here, but you gonna see a lot of this. Look at that TV. Yeah. Try to see who no pick who.
You're gonna be hearing our wives, probably not kids, things too. They're gonna be all around. You're gonna keep them cooped up for that long.
You're gonna hear the fam that day.
You're gonna hear the fam that day. But we definitely gonna be hitting y'all up with the draft coverage, and we're gonna get to the extra point part of the show. Is there anything that you want to say outside of football, inside of football, whatever going on?
No, my regular stilo, just I'm gonna start having it put on the screen too.
Yeah,
follow me at
we're gonna add that
Lil G29_. That's at LILG.
Matter of fact,
29
his link is in the description.
Oh,
below.
See, there you
go. Click on show more. He would be the first one. But go ahead.
No, that's all I'm gonna say.
And man, like always, I say tell us for who want the smoke. You can also subscribe to me on YouTube. My link is down below on YouTube as well. And I don't really I hope that Deshaun Watson he get clear to everything, because if it comes to a situation where he can't play, but they still owe him that money, he fully guaranteed, right?
Now he fully guaranteed. Let me tell y'all something too. I know 9 times out of 10 he probably gonna be suspended. That schedule ain't out yet. But when it do come out, and if we are playing him, I'm gonna tell you right now, the defense gonna be head hurting. I ain't never advocated for hurt nobody, and I'm not saying hurt him, but you best believe a lot of emotions gonna be tied into that game.
Oh yeah, man. He had
a lot of emotions. Because first of all, because I already got what's name on here. I need to find out where it's gonna be at, because it's gonna be a lot of emotions.
We play Cleveland.
We play the whole AFC South.
Yeah, okay. The North.
Where is that? Oh, where they at? Oh, we got them in Atlanta.
Hey,
it's gonna be a lot of Browns and Falcon jerseys in there, cause his family gonna come to that game and they gonna support him. But oh boy, see, cause look, this finna be a defense that you don't know.
Hey, let's see. Wallace Smith is in the chat. What's up? He said his first year he's not going to make that much because of the legal issues he still got.
Because they redid it. I think it's like $1 million or something like that.
So they redid it.
Yeah, like the first year. Yeah, I think it's like I know what you're talking about, Wallace. Yeah, appreciate the comment too. I had seen something about that too, because I think if he gets suspended, I think it's either like 6 or 8 games. I think it's 6 or 8. But I just put it to you like this: if he is playing in that game because I don't know when we play them because everybody know the schedule don't come out till after.
It can be early, it can be late.
It can be early, it can be because you play Madden.
Mm-hmm.
I follow Madden on certain situations, and for some odd reason, it's giving me a feeling telling us we playing what's name week 1. The Commandos.
Probably so. Wait, hold on, wait. I think if you do an Atlanta Falcons franchise,
yeah,
they kind of give you a little hint on
that's what I'm saying.
Going on, yeah.
It's just the only thing that no, not even that. See, cause I'm gonna just go ahead and read this out to y'all. Like all the home games we play Arizona, San Francisco, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, of course the division, Chicago, and the Chargers. Ooh.
So in case he gets suspended, they don't.
So in case he got suspended, they won't do that from him.
I guess it
won't
be. Yeah. So go ahead.
Oh yeah, home. Yeah, once again, Arizona, San Francisco. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go over this schedule right now. Arizona. You don't know what you're gonna get from Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, Bill. You don't know if Mariota can stay healthy. We're going to surprise him too. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yes,
most definitely. You ain't never lied about that. You ain't never. Yeah, if that man stay healthy, he already know the system front to back. So, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna keep that thought. Arizona. I'm not saying wins or losses. I'm just talking about competitive.
I mean, it's still be pretty tough.
Yeah, because it's Kyler Murray. San Francisco, boy, that's gonna be a game.
That's gonna be a dog fight.
That's gonna be a game, and it's just because the magnitude of who their coach is, Kyle Shanahan. Cleveland, we already talked about that.
Deshaun.
Pittsburgh, who the quarterback?
Trubisky.
Okay.
I can see us winning that game though.
I told you I ain't doing no wins and losses right now. I ain't doing that. Chicago.
Yeah.
Chargers. Woo! They got a team over there.
They're gonna be tough.
They got a team over there.
We're gonna have to put on our big boy draws.
Thank God we got 9 home games next year. Woo! Cause remember last year we really had 7 because one of our home games was treated as London, but we got 9. We got 9 at home and we got 8 on the road. I ain't mentioned division because it's division, Now away, Baltimore. Woo!
That ain't gonna be.
Woo! And right behind Baltimore, we got Cincinnati.
That ain't gonna be easy. And then
AJ Terrell versus Jamar Chase, part 2. Part 2. It's time to.
Gonna be the same.
It's time to avenge it, AJ. AJ.
Then you got the Rams.
Man, oh, we play the NFC West too.
We play the NFC.
We play the AFC. We play the AFC South and the NFC West.
Seattle.
Man, please. Man, please.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you got the Commandos. What type of damn name is that?
The Commanders. I command you.
Yeah, the Commandos.
Command you.
Man, Commandos. That sounds like some shit. What's the name of that movie? Toy Soldiers.
Sound like the damn Commodore spelled wrong.
Yeah. That was what's the name kept calling the Big Low kept calling the Commodore.
Shout out to Big Low Country, by the way.
Yeah,
man.
That's the homie there. That's the homie.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a schedule there. That's a schedule. It's like if you want to be honest, man, all your tough ones outside the Chargers, who's just gonna be at home, is them away games.
Hopefully all our tough ones is like early in the road.
Yeah, get them on.
Get them over with. Get them over with. And
I will. You will catch me going back over this schedule again after the draft. No, after training camp. Because injuries and all that can't happen, but I have a better feel on this roster after the draft.
And like I said, his link is below for his Twitter. Wilder Smith, I don't know if he'll be on Twitter or not, Go follow this man. He talk football all the time, not just Falcons either. He talk about all the other teams too when things go on. Mm-hmm. But football knowledgeable guy, well respected opinions. You know what I mean? We don't agree all the time, but you know, we able to come to a common ground. Be like, okay, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
he see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So make sure you go follow him on IG, man. Then Wallace Smith.
Yeah, what is it?
I think our defense on the DP in his second year is going to make a huge.
I agree. Because I'm gonna tell you, one player that a lot of people in our fan base have been, you know, a lot of this one guy I got in my mind who I feel like it was gonna be rough for him his first year was Richie Grant, because he came from. What was that? Florida Southern?
And you got you no, I think it was UCF or USF.
Whatever conference that is.
And Wallace Smith said he gonna go follow you, man, on the Twitter.
Oh, okay, man. Appreciate that. Richie Grant, I feel like we're gonna see huge improvements the second year. Like I know the first time, you know, we was like, well, Richie Grant, you know what I'm saying? He went out there. And then towards the end of the year, he started stepping into that nickel for Isaiah Oliver, and he was doing good. But I just feel like, man, like I felt like, you know, first year was going to be more of a trial year, you know, learning that complex system that Dean Pease has. I feel like we're going to see major strides and improvements from Richard Grant. And I didn't mean, of course, for everybody on that defense, but I'm going to have my eye on Richard Grant. I'm going to be paying real close attention.
For sure. And my wife says here, after the AFC West just juiced up like the bot did in the Age of Ultron. Yeah, they did. They did.
Man, I'm glad you said that, the AFC West, because let me go ahead and bring it up on the AFC. Well, we only got one team out the West.
Yeah, but
we play the South.
We don't got the Raiders.
No, we got the Chargers out there.
The Chargers,
but look at this though. Just look at that division. Okay, Kansas City just traded Tyreek. Like, really? They just traded Tyreek Hill, and they felt like signing Marquez.
He came from Central Florida.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. What it is? Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They never signed this, so they got him. They got Josh Gordon. They got Travis Kelce. They lost Pringle, and they got my boy from Georgia. Pringle? Yeah, they lost Pringle.
And they got McCole Hartman.
Yeah, McCole Hartman. Any other guys I really don't know. You look at the Raiders, who, boy.
I think McCall, you know,
McCole Hartman is good. I think
he could do something though.
But replacing Tyreek though?
I think he can.
Man, you crazy.
I mean, he just as fast.
Mecole is fast, but Tyreek not only had the fast, but you know, that man was a technician. That man was a route runner out of this world too.
I see that's what a lot of people like myself just think he gets away with it with his speed. Because he be making some crazy, ridiculous plays, bro, on the dot.
Yeah, but he route runner. He nimble. Yeah, he nimble on his feet, man. So, and then you look at the Raiders. Boy, punched everybody in the mouth when they got Devontae Adams. Boy,
reunited with his college quarterback, man.
Boy, they've been making some moves too.
Oh yeah,
they've been making some moves too. And then when you look at Denver, when they got Russell. Now, you know when they got Russell Wilson, you know, put him on the offense. True enough, they lost Noah Fant. But you put them on the offense, they got Javonte Williams, who I wanted so bad.
They got Cortland Sutton.
I wanted him so bad. You got Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy. Is Tim Patrick still there?
I think so. I ain't heard nothing about him.
It's
moved on, but maybe so.
Yeah. Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Tim Patrick. You know, a good O-line, like, and then of course all they picks might go to something on defense. So you know they rolling on dubs, and then the Chargers is the winner of the offseason in that division. The winner got Khalil Mack to team up with Joey Bosa. The winner got J.C. Jackson. You put him in the secondary with Asante Samuel Jr. and Derwin James.
Guy right there.
Yeah, like and Derwin James. You put him out there in the secondary with them. It's like, bro, they was just hitting on everything they was doing. That huge contract they gave Mike Williams. Oh, and speaking of the Chargers, I know, okay, this is what I was thinking about earlier when I was talking about the whole Grady Jarrett situation. I seen something pop up. I think it was somewhere where I had seen it where they was talking about. No, it was sportstalkatl.com where they was talking about we trade Grady Jarrett to the Chargers for the 17th pick, the 53 pick, and get some other pick next year. I don't know if they'll give us 3 picks, but I'll take that.
I'll take that.
I'll take that.
For sure.
Pick that 8 and 17 and 53. What?
And Wallace he says two things. We already spoke about Isaiah Oliver. We think he's gonna make a huge difference. He was already showing that last year. And then he said we have the AFC North and the West.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah, I said the AFC South earlier.
The AFC North and the NFC West.
Them 2 powerhouse divisions. The AFC North has always been hard. It's just gonna be different because you're playing Pittsburgh with no Big Ben. But the powerhouses out there.
Joe Shiesty, boy.
Yeah. But the powerhouses out there is Cincinnati, and Baltimore.
Joe Shiesty.
And then you got Cleveland.
With Deshaun.
Yeah. And then when
Nick Chubb, man.
Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
Fucking motherfucker had like a 92-yard rushing touchdown the last time we played him, bro.
Trufant got out the way. And then moved right out the way. Oh, you can go ahead and play us. And then
seen that bowling ball coming through.
And then NFC West, the Rams over there reloading because they was able to trade Robert Woods because they got the boy from Chicago, Allen Robinson. So they they lost Von Miller, but that is a big loss. That is a big loss.
That thing up in the second half of that Super Bowl.
They were talking about they want to try to re-sign.
He went to Buffalo.
Yeah, because Buffalo gave him that bag.
Yeah.
And then you got Arizona. They basically got their team intact. They lost. I believe Hicks, and they lost Chase Edmonds because Edmonds is down there in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I think they re-signed James Conner, or if they haven't re-signed, they plan on it. And then AJ Green, we don't know because he ain't re-signed with them yet. And then you got the 49ers. Man, the 49ers are just the 49ers. Look like they finna lose your boy though, Key.
Yeah,
Arden Key, because he been visiting a lot of teams. Oh, and they lost Raheem Mostert because he signed with Miami too.
Miami.
But that dude they drafted last year, dude, the baller.
Oh yeah, I know.
Dude, the baller.
I know.
So
Thurman.
With Kyle Shanahan, it don't matter what running back he got, they gonna make noise. So
he gonna make it do with it.
And then Seattle, man, that's the wild card because they have Lockett and DK Metcalf, but for how long? No, I'm saying for how long? Because Metcalf did shut down about going to
Drew Lock.
Man, please.
Man, please.
I ain't trying to hear none of that.
It's the reason why he got traded, right?
None of that.
Oh man. Well, we appreciate y'all for coming to the show, man. Appreciate everybody that chatted, everybody that liked the stream, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Once again, go follow my dude on Twitter, man, for the football insights.
At LouG29_. It is in the description.
If you like Madden, if you like, if you got some skills on the sticks, don't be afraid to holler at me at Terror Artist 404. I will be going live tomorrow, by the way. If y'all go over there, come and scrub y'all up a little bit for a couple of hours. So go on over there, hit that subscribe button. My link is in the description as well, man. At Your Point Podcast, man. We glad to have been back. And wait, hold on. You said real quick.
Do y'all think we draft a quarterback this year? Yes, I do. And the reason why I think we do is because you playing a hard game. You playing a real hard game and an iffy game if you're talking about you want to wait till a quarterback next year. Because I don't know what class Stroud is in. I don't even know if he's a junior or not. But I know, because it's my Alabama guy right here, I know Bryce is a junior. So he's going to be he's a sophomore. He's going to be a junior. So I know he's eligible to come out next year. But who's to say he's going to want to come out? That's when it gets real sticky. Do you want to wait for a certain quarterback to come out when you don't even know if he is or not?
No.
I don't want to play that game because then you could be setting yourself up for failure. That's why I feel like they're in a position to where they're going to have to get one this year. They're going to have, and the reason why I feel like that's going to be the case, look no further than Marcus Mariota yesterday talking about. They told him he will have the chance to start, and you can't nobody sit right here and tell me they told him that, and in the back of their mind they thinking he gonna be battling out with Felipe Franks. Anybody, even with half a brain, no, Felipe ain't finna beat out nobody. So they plan on grabbing one. Which one? I have no idea. I really don't, because they talking about whether trade or draft. I don't even know who's on the market other than Josh Rosen. Exactly. Who else on the market? Because please, y'all,
I've looked at
y'all been not even.
It ain't pretty.
Y'all been not think about no Baker Mayfield. I turn it upside down in here.
He said he'll agree with you and think we can get rid of the second round pick. I was thinking that in my head.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking it is. I mean, might throw everybody a curveball and get one in the first round, but I feel like the only way they'll probably get one in the first round is by trading back. If they stay put and get one too, I mean, that's just be what they'll do. I won't necessarily say I agree with it, but
it is what it is. But once again, we like to thank y'all for joining the podcast, man. It's the Extra Point Podcast. And until next time, which will be Wednesday, we will go back to our regular schedule.
Yep.
Until then, folks, we out.
Holla at you.